Hey, and what's going on, everybody? Welcome to FTG Live Series number 11 in Lossberg. Got a few things right off the top I want to tell you guys. Bonjour, Adi. What is going on, buddy? Hope you're doing well. So, welcome, Scott. Elliot, who else is in here? I think I saw Patrick. Yep, there you are, Patrick. What's up? Husky Gaming. What's going on, pal? I think that's all that's in there for right now. Welcome, guys. As you can see, I've got a few new things, additions into the live stream. I've got this really slick, cool subscriber ticker at the bottom that'll always, highlight the newest one based on its relativity as to which sub is the most recent. And obviously, you can see that my sub goal is 400. I thought this is a really cheesy, cool thing because I've not been doing all this stuff yet. Chat is working. Hopefully, it's going to stay. Is going to work for the next hour, and I've got a workaround, so I'm hoping that it's going to continue to work, and I won't run into what I did yesterday. But yeah, that's hopefully. One other thing I want to throw out there right off the beginning of the stream. Any of you guys are interested in watching and seeing anything on X-Plane Flight Simulator? If you've ever watched the streams, you know that that's essential to my gaming existence I won't say a previous life, but about 4 or 5 years ago, I was very inundated with that. I loved it, and then basically just outgrew my computer when X-Plane 10 came around. Anyway, I'm going to be purchasing here in the next couple of weeks a PC, so 400 is my goal. I'm going to do a unboxing. I've got a bunch of components that are coming in that I've saved up and invested for this flight sim, so I'm going to have a little makeshift cockpit. We're going to have a bunch of things going on, so the channel is going to grow out of Farm Sim in its entirety. So I will be featuring live streams on the farm, as well as I'll be doing live streams on X-Plane. Some of these will be just my initial thoughts and different things that I'm seeing, reviews of products. Some of this is going to run back into looking into doing live streams on VATSIM, which is a multiplayer network with air traffic control, the full gambit. If you've never watched them, check that out. It's going to be really cool. So hopefully, I'm extremely excited about it. So that's one of them. So I'm going to do a face reveal, as well as PC unboxing, as well as these component unboxings. So you guys will actually see what it'll look like. When I get the PC all up and going, I've got a couple of face cams. So I'm going to do something that's going to be showing all the controls, and then something that's going to be showing me, so you guys will get a chance to see my ugly mug. Elliot, what about the Facebook page? Actually, I was waiting on that to find out exactly what I was going to be doing with the X-Plane. So now that I actually know exactly what I'm going to do, I've got some of my graphics. You saw the cover photo, which was on the front page of the YouTube. So if you look at YouTube gaming, if you do gaming, or if you look at the standard YouTube, you can see it there. So I've got a couple of. It's really hard to marry the images of Farm Sim and marry the image of a plane. So what would really be awesome is if I could actually have a plane landing into the farm, but that might be a little on the too much side. So at any rate, it's going to be cool. I'm looking forward to it. Looking forward to expanding the channel. So hopefully that's going to expand in subscribers, and we're going to kind of be able to maneuver that all around. So hopefully that's going to be a good thing. I have no doubts about it. If you've never watched, I implore you to when that stuff comes up, check it out and look. It's really awesome. It's quite an experience. So hey, what's going on, Chuck, Jamie? How you guys doing? Please you don't like to know what the people you watch look like, okay? Well, you can just turn the other way, because I have people ask me all the time. I promise I'm not an ugly guy. I mean, not that you want to look at a guy, but you know what I'm saying. I'm just kidding. So anyway, got any new guys checking out the channel, checking out the live stream? Please throw up a like to the video, and possibly consider jumping in on that subscriber goal. I'm only 11 away from 400. At least is what I know on this. It will update pretty much instantaneously, so that's kind of cool. So it should be a little different, even if you have your YouTube settings to private. Because as far as I know, let's see, Brandon Lewis, and then it's Luke Menke. subscriber. I think all three of those guys have private YouTubes, but it still displays their name as being the most recent subscribers. So that is pretty cool. And so what are we going to do today? I did harvest this little field. I've got 113. At some point I want to try to at least sell some of this. I don't know if I can. Man, that seems awful quiet. Let's bump that up just a little bit. Y'all let me know if it's too loud. I don't think it is, but... If I look like Adam Levine or Blake Shelton, well, that is a random that's a random combination. Hey, go, just take it, guys. Alright, it's very possible the dog will have to go in a minute. We'll just see. Yeah, I saw that, Scott. I saw they'd updated their Facebook page. Luke Bryan, too. You love him. Let's go this way. So I'm pretty excited. I've got some more planned here once I move into, maybe if I move into Twitch or do some things on Twitch. And the next plan will bring me a little bit more to do on both. And of course, there he goes. Alright, give me 20 seconds. I got to do the old dog duty here. Well, I don't. He has to do the dog duty. Be right back. Okie dokie. Alright, Chuck, if you're going to keep talking about your complexities of the PC, I'm going to have to ask you to leave. For I remotely hack your system. I got 2 tractors on the farm, bro. Hey, what's going on, Oscar? Well, I gotta ask Chuck. I've been pretty. We'll talk about it. I've been pretty busy here with just quite a bit going on. How are things with for any of you that don't know, Chuck got a PC, so he's been inundated with all the coolness. You love the talk about the simplicity, but how are you enjoying it? I'm sure you're enjoying the heck out of it. Is 40 the only field we own? Oh, we own 26. Alright, let's go to 26. Yeah, I think a lot of people, once they do get into here's my thing, whether it's farming or anything else, at some point you do get tired of the monotony of the linear style gameplay. that a lot of console games offer you. There's very few sandbox games, and this isn't really a sandbox game, but it's pretty close. I mean, you know, there's a million different ways to do the same exact. Uh-oh, sorry. Oh, insurance will cover that. Don't worry. You know, there's a million different ways to cover everything, and Farm Sim offers a way for you to get something extra out of the gaming that you don't get in other games. You know, I throw out Call of Duty and all those, you know, a lot, but that's just because they're so stinking popular. And a lot of people play them, and they're very popular. Battlefield, I mean, you just don't have the same essence of the game style from that simulator slash sandbox. And Farm Sim offers that, which is kind of cool. I mean, just there's, you know, you could set up a farm a million different ways, and I think that's the cool thing that draws people in. And then when you get a taste of the console, you know, and you see what the guys on PC can do, it's you know, it'll make you jealous in a heartbeat, because it's really cool that they're able to extend the game out. So typically, you know, some of the PCs, if you get, you know, a budget PC and gets enough, especially to Farm Sim's not exactly hugely demanding, you know, hugely demanding system. I mean, a game to have a killer system for. You know, some of the games it does, but Farm Sim not so much. So, yeah, actually, budget-wise, this is what you decide to do. You know, it's completely obtainable, which is awesome. Battlefield all the way. Let's see if oh, okay, I see what's the problem. I'm not used to that field being there. Oh, or that fence. Fail. I have to have John Deere. I'll see, who is it? Scott now, that one. Yeah, Scott, I think he's our John Deere, our resident John Deere guy. Or that's, no, Tractor Man, he's not John Deere. I can't remember which one of you guys are. What's going on, Brandon? Good to see you, bud. Hey, thank you, AW Gaming 36. Got a little sub notification down there. Appreciate that. I'm not sure why my sub goal has not updated. May have to do some checking on that. John Deere for the win. Alright, so I still got old seed radish on this field. That's still left over from last. Let me just see if I may have not set my sub goal up here to auto. May have not set it to auto renew. Let me just check. John Deere's life. Y'all are funny. Hey, look at there. AW Gaming 36 subscribe. Oh, there it goes. Sub goal. Aha. Alright, now see, I had to have something else, another program up and running, so yeehaw. Alright, so next cool thing I'm going to have on here is I don't have the plugin installed on my browser yet, but when I do, so whenever you subscribe, it's going to be the picture of the John Deere tractor that came up just like then, and then it's going to have like an old tractor sound to start up. So it's going to be pretty cool. I'm not going to lie. I'm pretty excited about it. Oh, if I know get any more maps this weekend. I wish I knew, dude. I wish I did. I don't know any more than you guys do, honestly. I just about get a lot of my info now. I honestly get it from Scott. So if y'all are on Twitter and you're following me, follow Scott too, because he's got the info at hand. Yeah, they do a pretty good job of keeping everything hush hush, cover, and unfortunately that's just the way they've operated all the time. So they're not too. I only know of a couple things that are confirmed, but I know they're still in the works. You know, I'm kind of curious what everybody's feelings on Sandy Bay was. I was kind of getting to that last stream, and then I kind of, you know, things just kind of went sour. Shoot, I wanted to buy a cultivator. Welp, let's do that. No, I didn't buy that one. Well, that's what we're gonna buy. Oh yeah, how is yeah, I'm gonna pay on Sandy Bay. Stupid looks in real life. Yeah, New Holland's my second. Playing on Sandy Bay. I don't know. Um, I said in stream yesterday that the map itself is brilliant. Oxygen David does a killer job with his maps, but I've come to the realization that that map is extremely hard on console, and especially I don't like always modding money into the map. That one was a no-brainer, but then again, I kind of get it's frustrating on console because the workers do such a terrible job now. They're better, but they're still not great. And then you've got that extra additive deal of having to deal with those extremely huge fields, tight roads, and now everything has boundaries on it. So now it's even more uber complicated than it was before. So, I don't think I have this cultivator unless it's... Oh, you know what? I bet I do. Okay, that was... Okay, sprayers. I think you're right, Scott. Okay, that's that room. Okay, nothing in there. Hey, what's going on, Grant? Good to see you, bud. Okay, maybe I don't. I did have the cultivator weeder combo, the one that plants the whatchamacallit. That may be what you were seeing. I did get rid of that because I'm not going to be planting any more oilseed radish. I've actually enjoyed this map at 5 speed. It's a little slow just with the 2 fields, but gives me a chance to got cows going on. I would like to maybe cut some grass and do a little bit of... let me make sure I've got seed up here. Let's see. Oh, crap. Oh, yeah. Oh, the cow pen. Yeah, the cow pen was a little different. To me, it was just fields, and you know, I definitely want to be careful, and it's not a bad mouth of the map. It's just a play style. It's going to be really tough on console. You know, Chillington wasn't too bad because it was still pretty standard laid out. Even though the fields weren't exactly square, they weren't exactly round and really triangular and oblong. But this one's pretty intense. And I actually kind of like the forestry areas on it, but honestly, I mean, I got into Lossberg and I wanted to give Lossberg a valiant effort. Wanted to give it a good go ahead and see what happened with it, and then we would we'd kind of go back and see what was happening with Sandy later, and also probably the fact that there was going to have to be a fix on it. That was the other thing. I would imagine there's going to have to be a couple of fixes, and we may be looking at a new update to that map that may throw the one that we have now out. So that's kind of what I was anticipating as well. It is, Aiden. Willkommen im Livestream, willkommen in Lossberg. That's my German for you right there. Oh, you heard about the chat modder? Well, yeah. Yeah, I mean, it is what it is. Oh, you dump it on the ground. Yeah, there's another one. Lossberg is a little bit like that. Old Streams is also like that, where you kind of dump it on the ground right in between the fence, and they stick their head through and eat that way. It's a little different than what we're normally used to. You love your bratwurst from Hamburg, not Hamburg, y'all. I love it. Alright, so there's that, and off we go. So we're cultivating, we're fertilizing, and we're naturally fertilizing, and we're seeding all in the same pass. So pretty cool. Oh, I'm already off the line. Oh, but instead of that, you would go around back and dump. Oh, it is weird. Yeah, see, I haven't even looked at that. Aha! So, Aiden, what I've got here is, actually, I think these is a little loud. I may have bumped that up too much. Let me pull that back. So what I've got here is oilseed radish. I planted off the cultivator oilseed radish planter that came in the Coon DLC. And what I'm doing is cultivating the oilseed radish back into the ground. So when you do that, it acts and serves as a natural fertilizer. So instead of fertilizing it the same, and this is where you'll actually get to see some ground response. This is, you see my tires spinning? Freaking cool crap right here when it rains. I love it. So whenever you run over this and cultivate it, it fertilizes. I'm going to pull up my map here. I might have to turn plowing off so we can see the blue. Yeah, I'm gonna have to turn that off. Let's see, where's my plowing? Plowing, we'll turn that off. Alright, now let's go back and look at it. Yeah, so you can see as I pull around here, I'm actually fertilizing it as I go through. So that would essentially take care of your first stage, and then you would do a granular stage or a slurry stage as soon as it's first growth, and then do a spray stage if that's so. Whichever one you wanted to do, it wouldn't matter. Yeah, so oilseed radish is not something that actually comes out of the ground. You can also do this with grass. If you were to plant grass on this field and cultivate it in, it would do the same exact thing. Hey, what's going on, Ian? Good to see you, brother. Actually, I think is that rain or snow? I think it's snow. This corner here, so I'll probably make just 2 passes like this, and that way it'll give me enough kind of headroom here to make a turn. Yeah, man. Yes, I am. I did work yesterday with them, but I've got to go keep the cleanliness up and get a few other things taken care of on that front. I actually wanted to try to cut some grass, bale it up, and ship it on over to the sheep. I have not started sheep yet on this one, so that was one goal I had. Alright. Another thing too with this Coon DLC that I figured out as well, you do not have to put the front thing down. I mean, you can, like this, the front seed thing. But once you make a turn, it's really hard to make that turn. It takes away a lot of your wheel turn radius. So that way, I kind of will make it a little bit easier. But you should, I don't know, if it gets a little tougher here, you'll see my wheels start spinning. The ground response I wish was like this somewhat when it's not wet. But I mean, obviously, if you're doing this kind of stuff in the actual weather, it would do this. Yeah, it is hell. Oh well. I can't tell. Rain, snow, and hail all look the same in this game. I so wish they would change the falling texture. I mean, that seems like such an easy thing. It's like saying, well, your corn and your canola and your wheat are all going to be the same texture. Obviously, you wouldn't be doing this in the hail, but you know. Oh, hell no. Oh, me. Well, if you got any guys that are new to the stream, feel free to, let me grab that little piece. Feel free to throw some up in chat and introduce yourself. Always enjoy getting to meet guys in the community as well. Also, if you're not subbing, I got a sub goal of 400. That's it's a big number, my big benchmark. I don't know if I'll hit it tonight. Probably not, but I figured seeing what one of my little goals is be kind of cool. Getting to use some of these new YouTube alerts and stuff is pretty cool. Oh, look at there. Look at there, Siri, what is there to YouTube alerts, since that's pretty cool? And Siri said I am, that's cool. Okay, that's scary. What's going on, James? Just tell him put you on the big screen, man. Tell him around on the house from FTG. I'm sure they'll give everybody free beer. Definitely tell the turning radius is down in the rain and ground response. It does make a difference. It does make a difference. It's one nasty 3-point turn right there. Now I also got to say, dealing with this, if you haven't downloaded it or if you haven't bought it, just a little little FYI. The cultivator and the seeder are working in tandem, so when you pull them up, you have to keep going just a little bit, which is why I went around and got all my headlands cut at least 2 rows around. That way you don't have to deal with that, because it gets highly aggravating, because it leaves a little bitty spot if you stop and then pull it up. So you got to pull it up as you're running away, and that way it seats that last little part. Did I hear free beer? Yeah, if James is picking up the tab. I don't really get it, Elliot. I'm not sure what slavery has to do with hairlines and being crooked. I really don't get it. I'm Oh no, Mardi Gras in full We'll get some beads for FTG. Hey, 391. I'm not sure who the lucky sub was there. Whoops. I figured it would flop it up there. I've been looking for it, but it hadn't come yet. No, not unless it was AW Gaming. Huh. Oh, okay. Aww. Thought I'd pick those up. It's the only thing about a small seeder is trying to get every little last foot I can get on this, and every last little inch on that field, just so I don't have to do it 50 gazillion times. Neither does your mama. Alright. Beads. Ugh. Oh, dang it. See, this is the problem. You gotta run. You gotta really watch this and make sure that you're lifting up on that one, the whole thing as a whole, because that's what'll happen. It'll wind up cultivating right through your seed line. Yeah. Alright, note to self. Alright, now we go. Blue moon of Kentucky, keep on shining. I still don't get that. Only Nolans can sit at a bar and drink and watch YouTube. That's pretty good. Nice, Scott. That'll be fun. Alright, so I said it earlier, and I didn't really think we got sidetracked on some other stuff. Curious as to what people think of Sandy Bay. I know, who was it? I know Josh had said some things in regards to Sandy Bay. Just curious what you other. I need to put me a little. A little questionnaire up there, a few polls, just to get an idea what you guys think. You know, if you heard my stream the other night, kind of know what I think about it. Just curious what you guys thought. Y'all ain't right. Very good, about did it again. There we go. Okay, your mama's so fat jokes are like so 1998. Oh me. I guess the your mama's fat jokes would sound better than like the Gomer Pyle voice. I know Chuck always likes my Gomer Pyle voice.
Well, your mama's so fat. You know, she sat on a rainbow and Skittles popped out.
Yeah, I saw that. What was the other thing? What in North Carolina? Okay, this is going to be a little bit, what's the NSFW? Not safe for all viewers. Yeah, so there was also another one, and I believe it was out in the Midwest that was the same lines. After North Carolina wanted to pass that law, he said that it was also illegal to do anal. That was going to be a law. I was like, who the heck is going to police that? I couldn't believe it. I was like, you've got to be kidding me. So it never ceases me to amaze how many politicians want to get up in everybody's business. Catching up in chat there for a few back. Yeah, it's hard, Chuck. It's hard on console. That's why I'm not really. You know, Lawfolds was probably comparable to the toughness. But the one thing that Oxygen David does really well is, you know, he does a map very well, but he also does it with all those very tight lanes. Having a lot of that bigger equipment, and especially not having it's very Lawfolds in the way that everything's got collisions, and you know, without the proper mods to do some of that stuff, you know, whether it's course play, follow me, or any of that, it just becomes a monotonous carousel of pretty tough to farm. So, you know, Law Folds is something that pretty easy where I can do a really good stream. And it's a map that's not getting a lot of love now. And I actually didn't love it before because the maps were small or the fields were small. And now that things are, you know, churning right along with it, I mean, I actually really like it. I do like the cow area. It's a little small, but I guess that kind of plays into part of the challenge as well. What's going on, Lars? Hello. Welcome to the stream. Yeah, he's got a point there. I know this from being a dad myself. You know, a young dad. I mean, it's no amount of anybody telling you that is going to make you not do it. I mean, you're going to do it regardless. No amount of watching that is going to make you not want to do it just because you can't access it. I mean, that's stupid. The easiest birth control is to put a young kid, put them with a real binger of a kid. Let him go babysit for a couple of days of somewhere. Let him get a real taste of what parenthood's really like. That'll cut down on your child pregnancy rates. What's going on, MJ? Man, I am good, man. Hope you are. Yeah, and a little fascinating tidbit of information for you there, Chuck. If you go to the edge of the map, I think this is on the left side of the map, if you got to have the collision camera off, if you turn the camera collision off and you look underneath the map, you can see traffic going underneath the map. You can also see that all those branches and collisions are nothing more than maple trees and oak trees inserted halfway into the map. That's what gives the brush and gives the appearance that it's small bushes or small brush that you're having to get around. Like this tree right here has a collision on it and you could chop it down, but really what it is, it's a tree halfway inside of the map, and you can actually see all that on his on Sandy Bay at the edge of the map. So, and you also look under there, you can see traffic underneath there on imaginary roads, like driving underneath the map. So I'm not sure if that's supposed to be on the road or if that was just like a mess up and it just never got deleted out. I'm not exactly sure. Yeah, I agree with Scott. The you mama jokes are getting a little old. Like I said, man, that was 98. We're in 2017. Ah, sick. Yep, I think that's going around, man. I've had a touch of it. I had past couple of days, had terrible voice, so I didn't really get on to do much streaming. It just sounded terrible, and it really didn't feel that bad, but a lot of congestion, and man, it's so warm down here in North Carolina, man. Everything's blooming. I'm like, man, if we have a big old cold spell, man, it's gonna tear some stuff up. So I can totally relate on that one. What's going on, Thomas? I wonder if you can cut the tree. Yeah, you can cut them. You know, you just gotta do something with all those branches. I mean, I guess if you're gonna chip them up, I mean, I would assume you could, you know, cut them just like you can anything else. I mean, now, as to whether or not you probably can't, you know, let's say you probably can't actually cut them out of the, whatchamacallit, like grind the stump away and erase the tree completely, so you'll probably still have a stump there, at least as to whatever you are not able to cut off, because the chainsaw only goes so low. But you might be able to cut some of it off with a with stump grinder, but you know, you're probably not going to get much of the branches anyway. All right, sounds good, Greg. Man, I should be on, man. I don't see why I wouldn't be. Hopefully, we got a really good mod day coming up for PC as well as console. really hasn't. This has been a quiet 2 weeks, man, ever since the DLC release. I hope that's just because they're holding it back and not because nobody's making anything. And yeah, flu, man, it's some nasty stuff, man. Got one of our friends there. I guess he's still, you just turned 4 or about to turn 4. He just got diagnosed with the flu, and I mean, it took him out. I should do a map live stream. What you mean? Oh, multiplayer. Yeah, I eventually gonna get back to doing that. I've had some issues here trying to keep trying to get all this new stuff together with the all my new, I guess, coded stuff here with the stream, trying to get all this crap squared away. And honestly, I didn't really, there for a while, I didn't know whether or not I was actually going to be able to stream. It was kind of busy there for a few, so been working on a lot of trying to get graphic stuff done, Facebook stuff done, just trying to get all my ducks in a row, as well as, you know, looking at computers and just, you know, there's only so many hours in the day, so eventually I'm going to get back and do a multiplayer stream. I enjoy doing those. And sometimes some of these maps I don't have quite enough on here to, you know, to justify a big, huge live stream presence. I just don't have that much to do, so people will just be sitting around wondering, just walking around. Oh, sorry about that, Thomas. Are we going to get Rattlesnake Valley? More than likely, no. Probably size, memory limitations. Something else, too. I'm not sure if... Oh, gosh, what's his name? He just commented today. Hang on a second. Let me find his name. Yes, so this message is for Chad Peak. Message into YouTube today. I was going to give you, not really a shout out, but I was going to let you know. So he had a question I was going to address with everybody, and just so you made sure, if you didn't know, if you're running into this kind of an issue, that at some point you would, you know what's going on. So our mod space only gives us like 4 or 5 gigabytes. If you downloaded all the maps and keep some of the vehicular mods, you're probably going to be somewhere close to 100% or close to 100% on this stuff. If there's maps that you're not playing, you can delete the maps and keep the you can delete that, yes, and you see you can delete the maps themselves out of your mod folder. So if you're not playing Coldborough or Giants Island and you've downloaded it and you're not playing it, you can delete those and it will not affect your saved game. You just have to download the map again and you can resume your saved game, as long as you've downloaded the mod back into the folder. Now, I'm not sure what happens if you try to load that up, if it crashes back to, you know, your system screen. Not exactly sure what happens on that front, but just a little FYI there. So if you do that, it will free up about 20-some%. I think every map is about 23, 24, 25% of space that's actually in your mod hub. So if you download stuff like, I don't know, like the Fent Harvester pack or the Crone pack, those are actually pretty big packs. So if you download those, you're going to run out of space pretty quick. You can kind of see how this is going to operate, especially as it goes into next year. Most of us are already pegging the limitations on our mod hub now, and you think out of next year you're going to have another 8, 9, 10 maps that are going to come out. I mean, we're only in month like 4, and we've already gotten like 6 or 7 maps. So if that gives you any inclination, it's probably going to be a crapshoot trying to figure out what maps you want to play, which ones and which mods you're going to keep. You're going to have to be very selective about what you put in there. Hey, Clayton. Man, good to see you, buddy. Hadn't seen you in a while. Yeah, I do have Sandy Bay. I'm not completely, I'm not sold on it. It's okay. It's probably not my cup of tea. I actually like Lossberg better, and part of that I've already gone into. But part of it, just in a nutshell, is that it's a hard map to play on console. Um, it's very Lossberg-ish. All right, let's go grab. Yep, let's get this out of the way. Stream will probably go, I don't know, maybe another hour. I could see Xbox doing that. I wouldn't see PlayStation's obviously never going to be able to roll into that kind of territory. I will say this, and this is not necessarily, I mean, this is complete public knowledge. I read this in the forums, and a few what I would consider reputable sources had both said that Xbox did not have a problem allowing Giants to offer scripts to change the game based on some type of a download installer interface, which I really wouldn't see the problem with that either. And Microsoft's big thing was well, I mean, we're pretty much PC anyway. So, as long as Giants was playing cleanup crew and making sure that viruses and malware and any kind of other things weren't being modded into the Xbox to change the system files, then they would be okay allowing them to have scripted files on Xbox. So, but they said the main problem with that was that Sony was not going to allow that, obviously. And actually, you would probably have a lot more mods if it was not for Sony. But Giants made the decision that they were not going to separate the consoles even further and create even more of a divide between the systems, because I guess part of it for them is they want to sell as many on both systems rather than people just buy it on Xbox and people on PS4 be like, well, screw that, I'm not paying for it if that's the way it's going to be. So that's just a little 411. That's just the information number around here. That's your 411 on that. So I wouldn't be surprised to see that. If it actually happens, I will be surprised. There's just a lot of logistics in going cross-platform like that, especially when you have two different softwares that are communicating multiplayer-wise. Not to mention dedicated servers and multiplayer stuff everywhere else. So I don't know if it'll happen. There might be an idea that they work on, but I won't rule it out. Anything's possible nowadays. Do I reckon they'll do an update to boost mod space? They could. I think their mod space is limited because they're basically, I don't know if they're renting or buying server space from Sony and Xbox. I mean, I don't know exactly how that's working, but obviously that space that we all get comes from somewhere, and it's not our actual machines. So I don't even know how to answer that. I guess if they made a deal and were able to get an extra, I wouldn't expect maybe 5 or 6, maybe. I wouldn't expect any kind of big, huge number or anything. 6-hour silage marathon sounds good, bro. I'm up for it. I got my mowers ready. I said in all my descriptions, man, grab a snack and a drink and let's go silaging. Well, that's not good there, Aiden. Let's do it. I'm gonna go grab my favorite tool here. Going to go grab the merger. That is, it's not worth 15 bucks, but I would have paid $3 or $4 for that by itself. I mean, it's basically a glorified windrower, but it's so cool. So I got a couple things. I use it actually to windrow my wheat rows, especially when dealing with that 18-foot header. It's a really great little harvester. I love it. probably better if I had a, I don't know why, but we only have a New Holland 18-foot header, and then we have the New Holland, like, the 41. It's like the next one we get. So, it'd be nice if we had a generic one we could pick the colors for, and at least we could match the yellows together, but that kind of sucks. Do wish they would give us one more, like a 25-foot header. Something like that would be very useful. Now that is not no, that's not any good there, Aiden. I'm kind of curious if you have the vasovagel, I think is what they call it, vasovagel, vagal. I kind of have this, that's what I have. If I have some kind of a trauma, I'll pass out because of it. Unless you're epileptic. And I lost my way to the field, so we're going to go through the woods to grandmother's house here. I always miss my turn. One thing I always like doing is, I'll do it after this, is I get the brush. And then I'll take the brush and I'll actually brush all of my paths leading into the fields, and that way I actually see where everything's at. Oh, if I could batwing 2 mergers, that would be awesome. Nothing else matters. Who sings it? Metallica. Well, it's in their song. And nothing else matters. That was my... Yeah. Alright, let's see. Work mode to the right. Let's move it to the left. To the left. To the left. Let's see if we could get an automatic on mixing station. Sounds complicated. Yeah, I'm kind of I'm kind of a little bit aloof that we don't, or that we have not yet been able to see a tractor mod. Like, I'm very surprised that the only tractor mod we've seen is the one from Giants. I certainly would have thought we would have had something before now, but, you know, I guess not. Is chat broken again? Oh no, yeah, it did, yeah, okay, let me, I just clicked over my hour, so that's why it's going away. Let me see if I can do this. Hopefully it'll work. If it doesn't, we're gonna have to just deal with it, and I'm not exactly sure why it makes me do this every single time. Aha! There we go. If I could get any mod, what would it be? There's a lot. Gosh. Well, if we're going to go on, you know, if we're going to look at mods, then you're probably going to have to look at, you'll have to differentiate, are we talking vehicular mods like tractors? Honestly, if we were going to do something, it would probably, I would love to see really solid logging mods come out. And I mean ones that actually worked and extended the logging of the game. If that's not, you know, going to be an obtainable goal for for this. And if you're talking operational mods like course plays, follow me's, any of those styles and types of them, then I would say probably course player GPS would be my obvious go-tos. Alright, so let's do this in the middle, and then we get up here, we'll switch it on over to let's just go ahead and merge it over to the left. So this is what's so cool about this. So now we pick it up, turn it off, pick it up, and we'll make it go to the right, lower it back down, turn it back on. Okay, I didn't want to go to the right, I want to go to the left. Pay no attention to the guy behind the curtain. Yeah, I know, those are sucky tractor mods. I mean, like something good. Like I've been looking at the like the Coloss tractor mods that were on the Mod Hub for PC. Like those Coloss series tractors are pretty awesome looking. Even the harvesters they've got are pretty awesome looking on there. Stuff like just really good stuff like that. I guess if the people did them and has some type of a simple, like the standard codec of doing mods within. Shoot, that need to go the other side. I don't need to flip that around. If people using standard Giants, data to put the mods together, instead they do these custom scripts where they, allow you to open up doors and allow you to do all this, kind of fun, cool stuff, or they add textures to the nighttime, and that just that kills it for console. Because once those kind of scripts go in there, it's done for. We just can't accept any of that stuff. An audio mixing station like PC does. I'm not sure what the audio mixing station is. I think you said it before, but it come across as an automatic on mixing station. I'm not sure what that is. I'm not familiar with that one. Is basically what I'm saying. Yeah, and the automatic mixing station. I see. I don't even know what that one is. I don't even know they even offered that. I mean, I should have known they offered that. I guess it'd be kind of like the auto stack. Heck, that might be what he means. Alright, let's see. Where am I going here? Where am I going? Alright, yeah, I'm going this way. So I got 95. I may look at actually trying to pick up and see what kind of money I'm going to need to pick up another field. I'm going to get one more field going. It's either that or I get another whatchamacallit going, get another grass field going possibly. Forage mixing station. Oh, you mean one for pig food. Is that what you would like to see, Ryan, or are you straightening out what he wants? Because I still don't know. I'm playing the dumb blonde sitting in the corner because I really don't know. Yeah, let's go ahead and do this. Actually, this tractor's not going to have enough oomph. An extra large pecan. Yeah, the pecan's pretty good. I mean, especially if you got a big farming operation, that one's definitely worth it. Alright, let's see. Let me find where my little brush is. I think it's up there by the cows. It is. Okay. Hey, what's going on, Tractor Man? Good to see you, bud. been a few live streams, so welcome back. Yeah, Scott was telling me that you were really on the turn, man. That you were really loving John Deere now, man. Said that you didn't even like Case no more. That ought to get Tractor Man going. Those are fighting words for Tractor Man. Guten Abend, Aiden. Me? Yes, you. I'm just kidding, man. Just kidding. Oh, how did I know that was going to get y'all stirred up? Alright, so I'm always missing these turns, so I am going to brush my path clear here. Delete all of this stuff. I actually wish we could lay down pathways. I know that's an editor thing, so maybe one of these days I jump on editor, I will actually be able to do that. But I wish we could do that on here, to have something that would lay that texture down. That would be so freaking awesome. Alright, so looks like some of that there won't delete out. That's fine. Alright, let's see. It burned to the ground. Y'all are kidding. Y'all are killing me. Let me clear this off here. There we go. Alright guys, I don't know if you got anybody watching here that has not subbed. Got a sub goal of 400. Obviously you can see it there. Would really like to make that tonight, but if not, I would like to make that. Let's say I would make that a goal by the weekend. So if you enjoy what you're seeing, don't forget to throw a like and throw a sub up there. I would greatly appreciate it if you do enjoy the content. Like I said, and like is on the cover photo, I will be doing some live streaming in X-Plane starting this spring. Do some face reveal, got that coming in, or at least I'm going to do it. And got some unboxing events and some other kind of cool stuff. I'm working on giveaways. I know I always say that, but I really actually am. I'm always trying to figure out the best way to do things to where it's fair. I've looked at a few different places. Trying to figure out exactly, or at least some online resources to do some giveaways. So if not, I think what I've got here with these new sub goals and prize for sub goals, and I think all that stuff's going to allow me to do that. I've just got to figure out how to use some of it better. So once I do, got a couple of things, t-shirts, and I actually got a call and a quote on yesterday actually. So I think I'm going to make the t-shirt. So at some point here, maybe in the next week or two, if I get some of those made, or at least get something, I'll start promoting. I'll start promoting some of that stuff on stream. So it should be cool. I'm looking forward to it. It's very exciting for me to see the stream growing and the channel growing. So appreciate you guys and all your support showing up these streams. It does mean a whole lot to me. Auto stacker mod, no. Follow me mod, no. None of that's going to come to console. Now, I'll say that with a grain of salt, or take that with a grain of salt, because it will come if Giants puts it in there. Just like the crop destruction, ground response mods, all that stuff was all Giants. So if Giants decides to put it in, then we'll have it. Oh, it hasn't changed. Yeah, let me see if I can get it now. I think sometimes this thing So it falls asleep. If that makes sense. And YouTube's not as good with the automatic update like Twitch is. Twitch is a lot better for trying to map and keep all this stuff up. I'm still having my struggles with YouTube. It's kind of like, yeah, well, there goes 393. So I'm looking for those guys that have subbed, and it's not running you up there on the screen on the left. So interesting. Well, the way my week's going with this stuff, it wouldn't surprise me in the least. I appreciate that, Michael Lee. Yeah, I was actually talking about that, Tractor Man. I'm going to do that. I'll do that here in good once I get the PC and get all that stuff, because I'm going to set all that up since it's going to be able to process the games plus the streams. I'll be able to do that on there. So that is very much in the plan and in the works. I just don't have I'm not going to invest in a PlayStation cam just because I'm going to be done with at least most of the PlayStation from the inept stream side. So I'll be done with at least that. So I'm not going to invest any more on the console side. So, and I don't have a proper face cam elsewise that I want to hook up separately and invest in that yet, because I'm probably going to try to get a good quality one. I've already got another good quality camera I'm going to do a lot of my videos and stuff with, so that'll be cool. I'm looking forward to that. It's going to be different, but it's going to be a good thing. All right, I might have to trying to, let's see. Let me close this down, then I'm going to reopen it and see if it... I'm still trying to figure out my little box there on the right that runs all of the new people that have subbed in. I got C393, and I'm like, I'm two people behind. So that's why let's see if I can figure out right quick here why those haven't gone up. So that one's that, and let's check this one. Well, it may catch up. I have no idea. I have no idea. Looks like the numbers are keeping up, but nothing else is, so I'll have to do some more troubleshooting on that. Alright, let's see here. Let's turn all this stuff off. Tractor, no, not off first. Now, I am going to have the head tracker, because I'm getting that in association with, like doing that with X-Plane. So I am going to do that. What's the point? Oh, I got to wait on the front. So yeah, I am going to do that. I'll have the head tracker, but I'm not going to invest, at least right off the bat. You'll see when I do the unboxing. It's going to be a little bit of a secret for my flight sim stuff, but I just invested a lot of stuff, and so I'm not really going to be running down the farm sim, the Satec farm panel and stuff. Not right now. That may be something in the future that I may run to, but it's not going to be right out of the gate. I'll probably just do controller at first, but I will have the head tracking for inside the cab, which will be neat. I've seen that, and it's actually really cool to be able to look around and look above your tractor, and adds a whole heck of a lot of realism to the effect inside the tractor. But I heard the side panel and the steering wheel and stuff, quality-wise, just wasn't, it wasn't all that it was marked up to be. And I don't know if Logitech, since they bought out, I don't know if they're keeping that line from Farm Sim. I know there for a while it was touch and go as to whether or not you could even have it. whether or not they were going to continue making it. I think they were going through a time where they were trying to process whether or not, as a company, they were making enough money off of it to justify what it was costing to put it out there. And I guess seeing if the market was big enough, because, you know, that was only steered for the farm sim people. Now, if Satec was smart, they would do what Mad Catz did a few years ago, and that'd start coming out with collective, you know, come out with something that console people, Xbox, PS4, and PC could all utilize those things with assignable buttons inside of Farm Sim. Now, you want to start selling some stuff, you give the option for for console guys to be able to use that steering wheel, and they'll make some money. Alright, let's see. I'm going to go ahead and... oh, no. I'm going to go ahead and speed up time, get through the dark here. And the head tracker is pretty cheap on PC. I don't think it's the whole set. It's, all the sensors and the stuff for your, you know, different clips for your hat or your gaming headset, whatever you use. I think it's about 150 altogether, and it works pretty good. I've watched the videos of some guys on Farm Sim using it, and a couple live streamers that I follow. I've seen them using it. It's pretty slick. It is pretty slick. It would almost kind of, you know, you just about probably run everything inside the cab, because you could actually look around the front, you could look around the back, make sure you're, you know, hooking things up the way they're supposed to. I saw a mod actually that I really thought was really cool, and it was the one where it was a manual unhook. So all your trailers and all your implements that you hook up, you actually have to get out with your hand and actually, you know, hit buttons to detach certain hoses and do certain things in order to detach things clear from your tractor, which I thought was kind of cool. You get a little bit spoiled to just running up and then, you know, going over, and next thing you know, you're popping off these mowers and hooking up a thing, and that takes time. It takes time to do all that. I'll probably double cut this. I gotta check, see how many bales I have actually of grass versus tethered. I'll probably just come down here and, well, no, I won't tether it yet. If you double cut, do not, I repeat, do not tether it before you cut it. If you want to find out what happens, go ahead and cut it once, tether your grass, and then cut it again after it grows. It's pretty crazy. I don't think they ever fixed that. I found out pretty early on. I thought I was glitching the game. Turns out, no. Cutting up a cow. Tractor Man, we just had that done. We got us a 615-pound hanging weight cow. It wasn't a biggie, but we got some really good sirloins, some good ribeyes, a couple of really nice T-bones, a lot of hamburger meat. Any of y'all have ever not had real, you know, homegrown, grass-fed, pasture-fed cows, do some looking around and see if you can ever get your hands on some of that. It's the best meat you'll ever have. Oh, I know it's nothing. I know it wasn't big, but I still, we still got it. It was my grandfather-in-law, so he just had his little old Bessie cow out there. Felt bad taking it to the slaughterhouse, but you know, it's good. Yeah, I don't doubt it. How come I don't have the big mower? You know, honestly, I don't know. When I first just started, whoop, let me slow down time. When I first started out with this, I was going to use this edger and just see how it worked and whether or not, you know, because I didn't like the Kuhn one. And it was shorter than anything we've got standard, so I've just kept it on there. It's actually pretty easy to, I think the one reason I kept it on because it's pretty easy to actually use it inside the cab. That was the one reason I got it. That's probably the only reason I got it. Alright, so I'm just going to stop there because if not it gets weird with the merger. Looks nifty. Yeah. I guess it's just half of the Batwing. But I guess I could have done it the other way since you could Batwing these on the back end and drive in reverse drive. I guess I could have done that. It would have made sense. Oops. Alright, let's do that. We'll fold that up. And we'll come back and we'll wait and let those let that grow in again. We'll double cut it and then come back and I'll bale it. I don't know if we'll make it to that today. It probably won't grow in that fast. But we can go over and we can throw some fertilizer on it after its next stage of growth. And grass will grow if you fertilize it, if it's been plowed, or it's set aside as a field. It will grow again, and it will allow you to fertilize it. Oh, land shark. Yes! Land shark. Yes! That's the stuff. I like that stuff. As we call it here in the South.
Yeller water.
New galaxy. I hear you, dude. Moving up in the world. It fins up. That's pretty good. Oh, sorry, I totally missed you up there, MJ. Totally missed that. Oh yeah, man. Yeah, there's a guy down here, and every Thursday they clean up some sausage. They clean up, I guess they clean up a pig or something, and they basically clean it up every Thursday so it's fresh. Man, best sausage I've ever had. He'll sell it minimum of 3 pounds, and he'll sell it as a maximum of 9 pounds per customer or per family on a Thursday. Because you get some people going there and they'll buy like, going to buy an absurd amount of sausage. But man, the best sausage I've ever had. This stuff is so good. Any of you look for a meat processor, anything like that in there, especially if you live out, alongside the country, giving people a call and find out if you can ever, if they ever got meat that you can come by and buy. Most of them stockpile some meat, or they stockpile meat that people can't pay for once they come bring a cow to slaughter, and then they can't pay to process it, so they keep that meat and they sell it out. You ever get a chance to get up there and give them a call and go get you some legit meat, man. Better than anything you'll ever get in a box store. I don't care how old the cow is. I don't care anything. It's always better than anything you get out of the store. Always. Alright, so that's my tedder bales I got, or at least we'll call it my hay. We got 4, 8, 12, 15, 16, 17. Not bad. I need to do some cleanup in there. And let's see what my straw is looking like in here. 4, 8, 9. Yeah, so we need to grab the rest of that. Alright, see you, Tractor Man. You have a good one, man. Boy, I don't have a lot of... Oh, I know what I was going to do. I was going to do that yesterday. See if I can get this thing to update. See if I can update my sub list down there. Event sub list. Yada, yada, yada. Okay. It looks like it's going to. Alright, let's see what my cows are doing here. Alright, so straw needs a little bit, and yeah, we'll just straw them up and water them up. Just gonna grab that brush and clean all that grass out of the way. Alright, see you, Tractor Man. Have a good one, bro. And it looks like I actually made money in cows. Let's go back and see. Yay, that'd be great if I did. Alright, let's see. Finances. New vehicles, running cost around 3,300. So that's about 4 grand in property maintenance, animals, and vehicles. Look at there, sold milk, 10 grand. So I'm making money. Yeehaw. That's kind of cool. Ah, there's where that thing went. Alright, let's throw this in there while we're at it. Glad this is in there, because I'm definitely going to need to get some straw bales out. There we go, musical doors. No. Oh, come on. There we go. Alright, got none in here, so let's go throw a couple in here. Okay, interesting. Oh, I guess I must have put them up too close to the doorway. Yeah. Yeah, so I might have to find me somewhere else to put these. I thought they would work in this barn, but obviously they are not working in this barn. Alright, let's see if I can get in this a little bit better. Not really. With round bells. Yeah. Oh, it's alright. I don't normally like this thing with square bales, but I wasn't going to make round and square on this one because I don't have anywhere to put them. This is a very tough map to maneuver this bigger equipment. You know, now we do have the one smaller. I think we do have the smaller Kuhn straw blower, but I mean at least with the round bales you can throw a bunch in there. But I don't know. I at least like to, especially when you get cows and you got to go one and then you got to spend all that time loading that one stupid trailer up. It's like, oh my gosh, you got to be kidding me. Alright, so these you got to load in one side, and then you got to load in the other. Nope, it's going to let me do all both. Okay, cool. I'll take it. Alright, let's go fill us up with some water. See if I can remember where the water is. Hey, we'll see you, James. Good to see you, bud. Alright, we'll go fill this thing back up. Alright, Ryan. I think I missed it again. Is it on the other side? I think it is. There it is. Or 19 is closer. Okay. Pretty cool idea to have those. I have seen those littered around the see those littered around the map before. All right. The only thing about this map is that this is just if you're kind of curious, if you've never done Lossberg before. One thing that I found out pretty quickly, now I know Ryan could attest to this because he's doing Lossberg on PC, and he's been actually playing Lossberg for quite a while, outside of, you know, even some of those other maps that they've gotten off of there. The one thing that I figured out pretty quick is that if you're going to make money on harvesting and make money on the field work itself, you're going to have to do a pretty good amount of conjoining, or you're going to have to do silage. You're going to have to do something because it's kind of hard. And I assume he would probably attest to this. This is a pretty tough map to make it by just harvesting alone. Typically, I normally can make money harvesting, but even on this one, it's a little tough because you don't have quite the cash flow at the beginning to actually make any of the advances you need in equipment. Just trying to get everything on the farm itself. So you may want to look at trying to get cows going first, even any amount. You see, I've got 20 cows and I'm making 10 grand in milk production. That's pretty doggone good. And I mean, I don't have a huge assortment of machinery here. I've still got relatively small stuff, small harvesters, small everything. But now I'm actually breaking even and making some. So that's kind of cool. Oh, speaking of the hard level, I'm playing it on hard. All right. Let's see, I did want to do one other thing before I get done here. Move this out of the way. I would like to get up here and I'm going to wrap these other grass bales that I've got up here. I'm actually going to wrap them while they're up there. At least I think I can do that. Pretty sure I can. Yeah, because I mean, 40's bringing me a very small, limited amount. I think it's going to bring me about, with fertilizing, it's bringing me around 7,000 or 8,000 pounds of wheat or barley, depending on whatever you're planting on there. At least that's the two things that I planted, just so I can have bales close here to the cows. I mean, I have not, by any means, I've not been able to really get into combining the fields quite yet. I haven't been able to buy the fields. I've had to buy some of the other miscellaneous stuff. Some of this coon pack, I bought some of it, so that's kind of eating to the profits. Alright, let's see. Let's figure out how I can do this. So, if I do that, this will be a little bit easier with the telly. Might be harder than I thought it was. Do I go live on YouTube only, or do I go off live PS4? I'm going live off of YouTube, but I'm routing everything through a capture device. I used to go live off of YouTube, but it just, kind of has its limitations. It's good if you're just going to, kind of roll off on a pinch. I mean, I kind of did it just to get my feet wet and see if this streaming thing was even going to work for me. Going back and doing it now, I mean, it works fine, but I actually route it through a box, and then I route that into my computer, and I'm able to put all the overlays and everything on it. So it's pretty top notch for a console stream. But when I started out, I'd say probably till I got to maybe 200 or so, maybe on the subs. That's I think that's when I moved over and went back over to Game Show. And there's a couple different stream softwares. I mean, I think everyone either has their stuff that they like and have ones that they really dig, and then other ones, people just buy what works. I actually like the interface with Game Show the best out of all of them. It's got a really nice, clean interface. It's real easy to read, and everything's just very well laid out. But they're a little behind the 8 ball when it comes to YouTube, because YouTube just doesn't stream as well as Twitch does. You know, Twitch was invented for gaming. YouTube was always what it was, and now I think YouTube's playing a little bit of catch up. So, yeah, I mean it's pretty easy. I mean, it's relatively cheap. I mean, the stream software is relatively inexpensive. I mean, less than 40-50 bucks. You know, the boxes can range depending on whether or not you've got the internet connection for. Thing about Stream to remember that I really didn't know. Thing about streaming is you can still, no matter if you've got, you could still have 4K stream capabilities in the box that you buy, the streaming device. But if your internet does not fast enough to display that, then it doesn't matter how big everything you has. It doesn't matter. It's still only going to stream it at whatever pace your computer, whatever pace your internet can actually stream at. I kind of found that out the hard way. I didn't really think about that. Nah, Michael, man, there's plenty of people that do that. There's quite a few guys that are probably playing Farm Sim right now and watching. I mean, I've caught myself doing the same thing, man. And I have a lot of people, man. It's just like it's a little place to kind of hang out. I mean, multiplayer on Farm Sim is hit or miss, and you know, especially some of these guys have been they've been in these chats almost every night or every other night for. I've been only doing this since right before Thanksgiving of last year, so I mean they've been in here pretty much every night or every other night for 2 or 3 months. So I mean it's kind of like a little group for them to come hang out in. So you know, in that case, you know, I guess I've done what I set out to do with it, which is kind of create its own little community of guys that enjoyed hanging out and live stream and chat and all that other stuff. So. Yeah, that's not weird at all. It's not surprising. I mean, I've catch myself doing the same exact stuff. And I think Ryan was maybe telling me before, is like you never know. Like you watching people do streaming, like they throw out something that they do, or they throw a different way of doing something, and you're like, oh man, I never really even thought of that. Because I mean, most of the stuff I do is not ideas of my own. It's stuff I've picked up from seeing other people play, seeing things they do, and I'm like, oh well, that's cool. I can do that. So, it's all about being part of that larger community, man. It's not weird at all. Yeah, man. Whatever you're, I'll tell you this, MJ. The rule of thumb with streams is do an internet speed test. You can do like speedtest.com, or there's a couple of them in there that are pretty decent. And they you know, will actually test your upload speed. Typically when you stream, you have to have double the amount of upload of what you're wanting to stream. So a 720 stream usually takes about 2,500 kilobytes or 2.5 megabytes, because it'll read your stream in megabytes. So if it reads your stream in megabytes, then you'll say 2.5 is a 720 stream. That's recommended from YouTube. So if your internet upload is 2 megabytes per second, then it doesn't matter about your download. Download doesn't matter at all. It's all about your upload. So if your upload speed is slow, then your stream's going to be low quality. If you have like, you know, if you've got like 10 megabytes upload, then you can do a 1080 30 frame second, you know, stream. Yep, see, there you go. There you go, Michael. There's one right there. We are Farm Sim Anonymous. Alright, let's fold this up. Let's throw these up on top of there. Take it along. Slow down before I take them out. Oh. Hey, what's going on, Jules? Yeah, you know what? I was actually thinking, I wonder where Jules was, and I wonder where Mario's been. I have not seen Mario. I have not seen him for probably like all weekend. Going to find out what he's doing. But I'm disappointed. I don't know if I can have you be a mod if you can't make the streams. Kick out that one person in the week, you know, that has to be kicked out. Easy does it. I feel like I am stacking pairs. Yeah, man. Feel free to ask me. I don't mind. You know, there's a lot of good stuff on. I looked. There's quite a bit on streams on YouTube. I mean, there's a lot of really good, helpful kind of things to kind of be aware of. But some of those little things like that, like knowing your internet speed and knowing exactly what, you know, because you kind of get caught into this thing of saying, oh, well, I can stream 1080. It's like, oh, this thing will do 1080. Well, it will if your internet will. You know, if not, it'll just be really low quality and your frame rates will be crappy and it'll use a ton of CPU trying to process it all and get it out the door. So, yeah, little things like that, man. I wish someone had told me. I mean, it really doesn't affect what I do now, but it would have been nice to know because I would have been a little bit more like, oh, okay, well, this is what I really need to stay around, and I won't waste my money on this because I can't really do that anyway. Oh, it's quite okay, Jules. I'm just messing. But yeah, MJ, feel free to throw me a comment on here or hop in the live stream. I'll be glad to answer any questions I do that you do have if I can't answer them. Hey, one thing too, you know, that I'm going to do is as the channel grows, I hope it continues to grow. I mean, it's grown a lot over the past couple of months, and if you know, I love to partner up with people, love to, you know, collaborate as much as possible, because I've had a couple of PC guys that have been very supportive of myself. I mean, Johnny7610, he's on my farm partners. I mean, he's been a guy that's been very supportive of me. He's a PC player on console, or, you know, supporting console player, which is very awesome. Raging Gaming is another guy that's on there. He's subbed and has been very supportive, and a couple of his mods have been supportive. So it's you know, I mean, there's no sense in really being you know, having a good support net really benefits everybody. Because YouTube and the way they monetize channels, and now it's all about views. It's not about subscriber count. So the whole going in there to try to steal subscribers doesn't really matter anymore, which is awesome. Yep. Hey, now, if you and the wife wanted to get into it, I don't know. It might be, you might have to stream somewhere else. Oh, boom! Couldn't resist. Yeah, I'm waiting for that one day, man, that I monetize and, you know, open up some donations and actually, you know, make a few bucks here or there, you know. I mean, I'm not looking to become rich off farm sim by any means, but if it can kind of help support the habit of gaming, then I can't wait to show that to my wife. I told you I could do it. I told you I could do it, honey. Oh. Oh, me. So that's good stuff right there. I don't care who you are. Alright. Sweet. Well, I think that's going to be a good stopping place for me today, guys. I will be back tomorrow. Hopefully, we'll have some mods to show off. I hope we do. I'd like to get sheep going tomorrow, so maybe I can double cut that other one. We'll tether it up. We'll get some grass bales and get some sheep bought, and I should be able to. Oh yes, I could probably sell that thing. I'm probably not going to use it. But anyway, thank you guys for showing up tonight. I really appreciate it. Enjoyed the conversation. And for those that are watching later on, obviously you can see my sub goal. 393 is what I'm at to tonight, so I added about 5 or 6 subs on tonight, which is totally awesome. So if you have not subbed, consider doing so. I'm not going to beg you to, but if you did like the stream and you want to see more and hang out with us, please think about doing that. Awesome, Michael. I appreciate that, dude. I'm glad. Hey, what's going on, Tara? You were sitting in the background. Good night. And for the rest of you that are watching tomorrow, we will see you tomorrow. I probably will be on probably around the same time, maybe a few minutes early, but I'll try to get on. It's Friday night. It's always a good night. We always have good numbers. Everybody's kind of loosey-goosey, just kind of hanging around. So just a few ends. Trying to think. Be looking for Facebook beginning of this week. I will put something up on the YouTube. If anything, if it's just a little quick video that's got the splash screen with Facebook stuff, I'll put that up, and obviously I'll be sharing that throughout the streams coming up here once I get that done. Said before, I'm going to start with X-Plane. Here streams, live streams here early this spring. Release whenever I'm to the point where I'm ready to do that. But I'll be doing some face reveals. I know people have been wanting to see what I look like, so I'm going to show you what Mugly Mug looks like. No, it's not that bad. And anyway, I'm going to be doing some unboxing events and some other kind of cool stuff. And I'm definitely still not giving up on the giveaway stuff. I just wanted to make sure that I did it right, and did decent giveaways, T-shirts, and other things that actually matter. Got a few things working actually with Ryan. We're going to actually look at seeing if we can combine forces. He does awesome pictures. He's an incredible photographer. And he's done some really cool astrophotography shots with some tractors in the background, with implements and stuff on the middle of the field. So we'll see if we can actually marry the FTG logo on some of these tractors and maybe do those as backgrounds, and give those away as part of an FTG branded series. So we're still got some things in the work. I mean, it's just been trying to get all my ducks in a row. It's just a lot, especially doing it on the side and trying to find time outside of family and the little one and all that good stuff. So bear with me on that. I really am working on that stuff. I'm not just pulling your leg. So if you get a chance, go ahead, subscribe, give the video a like, and I will be back on tomorrow, the 25th, which will be Friday night. Actually, that's tonight, actually. And I hope to see you there. I appreciate it, guys, and we will see you tomorrow night.